Hi, this is Rahim Zulfikar Ali. So in the very first video of Microsoft Power Query, we will be looking at that what is Power Query and how it can be used in Microsoft Power BI application. So basically, Microsoft Power Query is used to transform and clean the data and to make it automate. So it's simply an ETL tool. So what is ETL? ETL is extract, transform and load. It's basically a methodology where when you get a data from a data source, so you have to do certain changes to the data before doing some analytics or creating a dashboard. So for this purpose, in the Microsoft Power BI, we have already a built-in tool which does the ETL work, which transform the data, clean the data and automate the data. And then we can load that data after cleaning into our data model, where we can create some star schemas or snowflake schema, and then further we can do or apply DAX and create awesome dashboards in Power BI. So to learn this tool, this specifically Power Query, we should know the fundamentals, and in this particular course you will go through each and every individual topic where you can create your skill sets in transforming and cleaning up the data with the help of Power Query. The good thing is that Microsoft Power Query is also, and what is Power Query with this basic and formal definition by the Microsoft. So Power Query is a data transformation and data preparation engine. Power Query comes with a graphical interface for getting data from sources and a Power Query editor for applying the transformations. So from this short definition, it's very clear that whatever you want to perform with the data, either it's related to the transformation or preparation of data before getting into the data model, you have to use Power Query. Now, where the Power Query lies. So basically, if you are getting the data in terms of Excel file into the Power BI, or you are getting the data from cloud or SQL server, before making a dashboard, you have to go check that if your data is not up to the mark or up to the standard, you have to pass it through the Power Query, and then you can load it either in Microsoft Excel, as I told you. Very first time when you open Microsoft Power BI, this is the latest version of Microsoft Power BI, which is May 2022. So to check the version, you can just click on Help tab and click on About. So it will open a window where you can see that it's a 64-bit version and it's the latest version which I am using, May 2022. Okay. Now let first import the data from an Excel file, and then we will go to the Power Query editor where you can see that how this tool look like. So I will click on Get Data and I will import the data from an Excel workbook. Alright, so I will use this course file, which is one Power Query ETL, and I have already put a file in PQ1, what is Power Query, a sample data set. So I will open this sample data set to just make you understand that when to use the Power Query. So first it will read the data, it will connect the data, and now Power BI shows me a navigator window where I have a choice to import a data from either table or a sheet. So I will prefer table, so I will just check mark. Now directly going to the Power Query editor, you can just click on transform data. It will let you to enter in the Power Query editor mode. Okay, or if you click on load, the data will load first, and after loading the data, then if you later on want to go to the Power Query, so you have a feature or a button called transformation data. In the home tab you have the transformation data. Click on that. It will similarly, same method, it will make you to go enter in Power Query editor. So let's click on transform data and it will open a new window in just next few seconds. So now this is basically the Power Query editor where you do all the transformations regarding the data set. Okay, now for example, if I do any action, so these are all the features which we will be discussing. Majority of the features we will be discussing in this course, and with the passage of time, on a monthly basis I will be adding new videos so that you can have more knowledge with this tool. So these are all the features where the Microsoft vision is to provide all those tools to the business user where you are required to do less coding or no coding concept. Okay, so we have these features available, and whatever the transformation steps you apply, So for example, if I want to remove the column, I have just right click and click on remove. So all the steps will be recorded on the right side. This is a query settings window where any of the step which you applied from these features will be recorded here. Now the most important part to understand in this first video is that Power Query also contains a language in itself. Okay, just like if you use Microsoft Excel, you build formula, you build formulas or apply the functions to get the results out of the data, right? So this is the advanced editor where you can see I have just used the user interface, but on the back end the language is being generated, right? So this is Power Query, and remember that if later on if you do some coding in the Power Query to clean the data and or to transform the data, so you are required to write the M language code in the advanced editor. So you have to write all the codes here and to run that. But this particular language is case sensitive language. So if you're writing a code in small letters, it might not work here, or you are writing the codes here in capital alphabets, it will not work here. It's a case sensitive language. Okay. So this is all about the environment and what is Power Query, and there are a lot of amazing features available in this particular course. You will learn many different topics that how to use Power Query and make your all the data transformation automate. Thank you.